Hi, I'm Dr. Cher, and I want to talk to you today about the 5 principles, the 5 key principles or universal laws of weight loss, but not just weight loss. I'm going to take it above and beyond that because there are many people that have lost weight and they gain it back, or they're always trying to lose weight. Ultimately, what people want is a sense of freedom in their body, a sense of freedom in their relationship with food, a sense of freedom mentally about food and weight and everything wrapped around that. That's ultimately what people want. And I've been working on weight loss a long time with people, over 12, 13 years. The biggest things I hear, aside from just a number on the scale, which, yeah, that's a little bit of it, but it goes above and beyond that. First of all, people feel their biggest frustrations. They feel stuck. They feel like either they're stuck there, whatever they're doing isn't working, or if they do lose weight, they put it on very easily, and they're just really, in the grand scheme of things, they're really not moving in a direction towards this idea of having freedom in their body, freedom in their mind, being freed up from having to worry and deal with weight issues ever again. So feeling stuck. They're also experiencing what I call weight loss fatigue. It's always on their mind, always thinking about food, always looking at different diets, maybe getting some help from people, always trying to think about what their day's like, reflect on their day. Oh, that was a good day. I did really well today. Or that was a really bad day. And then in the morning, it's like, okay, this is my plan for today. And it's just nonstop, right? It's ongoing all the time. And that leads to kind of this weight loss fatigue. I mean, people get sick and tired of it and they say, forget it for a while until it gets bad enough that it drives them crazy, or there's an event or something happening, and then they get back on the bandwagon again. So that's a real source of frustration for a lot of people. The other one is this kind of sabotaging mindset, just feeling like they are not in control. You know, other areas of their life, they can decide what they want to do, set a goal, have the discipline to kind of follow through and make it happen. But when it comes to their relationship with food, relationship with their body, at times they can follow through on things. But other times it feels like another part of their brain takes over, like something else takes over, and next thing you know, they've gone off track. And it's very frustrating because consciously, yes, they want to lose weight, they want to feel good, they want to look good, they know it's better for them, but something keeps tripping them up over and over and over again. It's a pattern. So those are sort of the biggest frustrations I find that people have. So it's not just about a number on the scale, it's the whole, how much is taking up, how much airtime is taking up in their life in terms of mentally, emotionally, and physically. So body freedom is kind of the opposite of that, really. It's getting to the point where they like their body, they're comfortable in their body, they can move in their body, they can go into their closet, they can get dressed easily. It's not a lot of mental thought that goes into what outfit can they put together on that given day, given what their weight is and how they're feeling about their body. So the freedom is being able to do that. The freedom is in just knowing, they just know. Their habits, their routines are just second nature. They know what to eat. They know when to eat. They don't have to overthink it. They've developed their routine and a groove, meaning they can eat well because they like to, they enjoy it. It's not a forced thing. And yes, they can have indulgences. They can, partake of whatever, some of the foods on special occasions or whatever. They're going out to a nice restaurant or traveling. Not that we're doing that these days, but going somewhere, and they can indulge and they can have those things and not worry about it. Not worry, oh my gosh, this could be open Pandora's box and I'm going to be back putting on weight again. They can get to that place where they can, they know what they need to do, and whether it's to maintain, whether they want to indulge a bit, they can do that. They've overindulged, they know how to do a correction. So see, this it's just a non-issue. They're just in sync with their body, know what they need to do. And the last one from a body freedom standpoint, again, kind of the antithesis of the mindset, is now they've developed a mindset where there's kind of freedom in their mind. They have complete control over their choices in food. It's not something else driving that choice. They're in control. Again, which is not about always being perfect. If they choose to indulge, but it's a very mindful choice and it's something they wish to have, they can thoroughly enjoy it, not feel guilty, not feel fearful or anxious about it, and just know they'll go back to their just autopilot, healthy eating the other times. So that's the body freedom, right? Because that is the key. That's the thing that will ultimately, when people achieve that, that's going to get them to the point where in their life they can thoroughly be freed up from thinking and worrying and this just distraction that food and weight and all of that has consumed in their life. So they can move on, they can feel great, they can look great, just their quality of life is better, right? They freed up this whole area in their life about weight and food and can dedicate more of their time and energy to things that are much more fulfilling, right? That's that quality of life thing. So in order to achieve freedom in your body, or body freedom, in order to get to that point, it's not just about finding the perfect diet and hitting a target on the scale. Because odds are, if you haven't addressed all these issues I've been talking about, yes, you could hit a target, but there's a good chance it's going to come back on. And it's still something you might worry about. To get to the point where you have this body freedom, there are the 5 principles, 5 key principles that will take you from this place of being stuck and not in control of yourself and your food choices and being exhausted and tired of thinking about weight to this area of body freedom. There are 5 key principles. And these are just, call them universal laws. And you need all of them. And as we go, I'm going to go over these the next month. And you may find, oh yeah, I do this. Yeah, I got that in place. I've got this in place. Oh, but you know what? I can see a couple of elements here, a couple of principles I never put into practice. Maybe that's why you've never fully made this transition to this body freedom place. So I'm going to talk about the first one just today. And then the rest of the month I'll be talking about the other 4. So the first one is you need a plan. When people attempt to lose weight or decide they want to, they might be like all motivated and everything. And kind of, okay, this is it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And they kind of leap into it and they have a good day where, oh, okay, I'm not going to, no sugar. I'm not going to have any, carbs or simple carbs. I'm going to have a little more protein. I'm going to drink lots of water. And they do that for a few days and then things, sort of gradually fall apart. They didn't have a plan. They had a little motivation, burst of excitement and motivation, but there's no real plan in place. And by having a plan, what that does and why it works is it gives clarity and it gives structure. So when you know what you need to eat, you've planned it out, and you know when you want to eat and how much, when you've gone through that and when you have that clarity, first of all, it means you don't need to think about every meal and try and figure out what you're going to do. Like, you know what to do. And structure, we work well with structure. People work well because when you have structure, that can help. It's not the only thing, but that is one of the steps that will help to override that potential impulsive behavior where you get caught unprepared, or it's the end of a long day. You're like, oh yeah, dinner. What am I going to have for dinner? I haven't thought it through. Oh, we'll just order in, right? So the clarity and the structure, I know it sounds simple, but it is a foundational piece. And a lot of times people they skip over that. The other thing I'll say about a plan is making sure it's the plan that's right for you. Now, sometimes it may be hard for you to know this, but if you've been attempting to lose weight using a certain strategy, it's not working. And even if it is a plan, it's probably not the right plan because our bodies change. So what you did in the past, maybe in your 20s or 30s, if you had to lose a bit of weight, may not work as well if you're in your 40s and 50s. I mean, our bodies change, our bodies age. Not using age as an excuse, but they do change. There's hormonal changes, there's changes in our metabolism. If you've been carrying fat for a while, particularly belly fat, that changes our body, changes biochemistry in our body. So all this to say that it's also about finding a plan that's right for you. And just because you have a friend that did some plan, worked wonders for them, may not be right for you. So it's really about finding what's right for you, given all your factors that you're dealing with now at your current age, and then having the clarity and the structure so you've got this plan that's right for you, then you can put it into action. So that is the first step. As I say, we're going to touch on all the other ones because that's just the starting point. But just reflect back on when you've been trying to lose weight. Did you really have a well thought out plan where you knew what you needed to eat, when to eat, how much to eat? Or was it kind of loosey-goosey? It was a bit vague. It was just very more kind of broad brush strokes. I'll eat more protein. I'll eat less carbs. I'll drink more water. You know, that is too general. It won't work. It's not enough. It's not enough to give you that clarity of direction that you need. So there's a great quote about planning. It says, a failure to plan is a plan to fail. So get a plan. That's what you need, number one. Okay, so listen, I will be back online in next week, and I'm going to talk about principle number 2 that will give you the other bit that you need that's going to get you from this feeling of being stuck, you know, feeling like you're not in control of your food, being sick and tired of dieting and worrying about your weight and food, to this point of where you can truly have body freedom, you know, be liberated from this whole area of your life so you can move on and yeah, just do great things with that amazing time and energy and things that you'd rather do than worry about this. Okay, so great. Have a great week, and I'll be back again.